Oh, we're having fun already in the chat, 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 chat. Mr. Florida. Florida. Oh, man. So, couple fun things. I did learn. I got a haircut. I didn't get a haircut. I curled it. I got hair products to make my hair support what it wants to do. Yeah, we'll see. I think I'm trying to commit to it. My hair wants to be curly, and the healthiest thing I can do for my hair is let it be curly. Help it out. Give it some moisture, give it some protein, give it all those good things it needs to be happy. But I'm just not used to it. I'm used to seeing myself with straight hair that takes me forever and ruins my hair to its very core. Her hair is evolving. Indeed, it is. happy. It's like a little crunchy. I got a deep treatment hair mask, which I used today for the first time. And then I put in some hair curl cream. And then, hello, welcome. And then I got a little gel. And the gel is giving it a little bit of a crispiness that I don't necessarily want. But what I learned this week is that there's a balance. You have to have enough protein and enough moisture. Because if you have all the moisture, but you don't have the protein, you don't get the nice curls. You can still get frizziness, but it's like greasy frizziness, which is very confusing and overwhelming. And I don't understand why it's like that, you know? Not so fast Jafar, welcome. I always want to call you not so Jafar. I just dropped the fast out entirely. Bart, it's the middle of the night for you, but welcome. I'm glad you stayed up to join us. I think I might go bald, wear a wig. Easy. You know what? Wigs are real itchy, so I admire people who can actually like wear them on a consistent basis. But I won't rule that out. I mean, I think I'm kind of already going bald anyway. I mean, look at this. Like the amount of scalp you can see is just overwhelming, and I don't want to ruin my curls, but like all this hair at the front of my head is just like tiny, like this much of my hairline is tiny little short baby new growth. I was never bald there. To my knowledge, I feel like I would have noticed that. But yeah, I don't know. The pandemic has not been good to my roots. Anyway. Okay, I know that there's a way to get pop-out chat in Twitch because I've got it updated. So now, and this is really annoying, I can see the YouTube chat in OBS, but I need to get the pop-out chat in Twitch, and then I need to copy that URL, and then, excuse me, I belched, put that into OBS in a doc, and then I'll be able to, I think I might just leave Twitch open. It's fine. I have 3 monitors now. I can just go crazy and fill them all up. Of course, one entire monitor is just Tetris, so, 2 monitors for live streaming. That's pretty good. Oh, I forgot my tea is done. If you'll recall from last week, Alexa informed me, Governor, I do believe it's time for tea. I should change her to the British accent just for that. Let's see. What are we drinking tonight? Tonight, we have a quote. This is a traditional, I dropped my controller. Traditional medicinal throat coat tea, which some people think is disgusting, but I love licorice, so I think it's wonderful. Feels good on my throat too. And it came with a quote. The difference between a flower and a weed is a judgment. Suck on that, botanists. Lord Farquaad. My last name has been compared to Farquaad before. When I was in college, I had a friend who she would just call me by my last name because she was very proud of herself for being able to say my last name. But she always heard it in her head like the Affleck duck. Affleck, Marquardt. I do believe, Bart, that the name is French. It's got to be French because there's a Marquardt Square somewhere in France. I drove past it once. I was on a bus in high school. My youth orchestra did a Tour de France. Yes. And we were on a bus, and the driver was they were doing a little bit of a tour guide kind of thing, and they were like, and over here is Marquardt Square, and I wanted to be like, can we, what? Well, there it goes. However, I can save you money on insurance. Just don't buy insurance. It's a terrible idea, but boom, saved you money. My family though is German. I forget what that area in like the south of France / Germany, the border kind of went back and forth a lot, and my family was like, let's stick with German. That's my dad's side of the family. My mother's side of the family is English. Big brain. I don't know. I'm always in a weird mood. Okay, I don't don't be disappointed. I don't have anyone joining me tonight to do commentary. I will provide some commentary, but I'm going to make more of an effort. I have somebody lined up potentially for 2 weeks from tonight. I think a dear friend of mine that I toured with, and he's just like a beautiful human being in general, but he's also incredibly brilliant. Like, he could be one of the great philosophical minds of our age, I think. And he's a great actor and he's funny. But we bonded during the show we toured with. Had a great time. Schwarzwald, Elsass-Lothar. Are these places that are like the France Germany back and forth? There's like a name for that territory. Okay, wait. The part that went back and forth between France and Germany. Just made me think of the car Alsace. That could be it. I'm not saying it's definitely that. The Alsace, I'm pronouncing it that way, even though that would be like an Italian pronunciation, which wouldn't make any sense at all, has changed hands between France and Germany a number of times throughout past centuries. King Louis the the 14th. Roman numerals are hard when you don't do them very often. First established a French sovereignty over the region after the Franco-Dutch War of 1674, and it remained French for over 200 years. And I don't know exactly when my dad's family came to the U.S., so hard to say what it was when we were there last. Elsass is the Dutch-German. Ah, nice. You got it. Bart, you're much closer. I trust your knowledge on this one. If you still want Papa, click the gear next to the chat. I thought I clicked that earlier. Why didn't I see it? Why don't I have that? Where is it? Show mod icons, show moderation actions, show chat appearance. Oh, what is that? Oh, what happened? Nope. I don't know what I'm doing. Deleted message, emotes only. Oh, that'd be fun if I made it emotes only. That wouldn't be fun. I'm such a talker. I need words to go on. I don't know. All right. Hey, Hassani, you want to switch it to game and see if it works? I think you still just write game. Yeah. Oh, it worked. Haha. Boom. I did open Touch Portal before I began today. I think that was the thing that went wrong last time. Oh, my goodness. Okay. How are we? How's everybody doing? Did anybody have anything eventful this week? I have curly hair. That's my eventful thing this week. Oh, I went on a trip. Sort of a trip. It was a trip. It counted. It wasn't like some extravagant vacation. I'm still sort of obsessively starting on level 15. Sort of obsessed. Oh, wow, these colors look totally different tonight. We changed my contrast last week and it's like real trippy. It's also different from my other two monitors, which has been sort of distracting, and I should just change the other monitors to match it, but I have not gotten around to that yet. Look, people, there's a lot going on in the world. Yeah, I drove up to Fort Worth to go see my dad. I had fully isolated myself for actually more than 2 weeks before that. I thought I was going to go on a Tuesday, and then the weather was just bad, and I was like, that's not going to happen. Oh, that was incorrect. Yeah, so I ended up going up on Thursday, and we just walked around his backyard. He showed me all the projects that he and his wife have been working on, and it looks amazing. He's extremely handy, which is almost definitely where I get it from. I mean, my mom's also pretty handy, so I guess it's not a one-way street there. But, yeah, so drove up. I brought him some food that I made because I'm going for Daughter of the Year. And then left his place. And then I went and stayed the night with a very, well, I don't want to call her an old family friend because that makes it sound like she's old. I'm not trying to say she's old. She was like a mother to me growing up. And she has a farm sort of out in the middle of nowhere in Texas, but it's between Fort Worth and Austin. So I was like, great, why not? And she she has 10 puppies right now. She got this dog who turned out to just sort of be mostly feral, so she was having a really hard time like luring it in to try to go get it fixed. And then it got pregnant, and then she had 10 puppies. So I was excited for puppies, though. There's a very cute video on my Instagram at Rebecca Loops if you want to see some adorable puppies. Asani, it's what I tried to text you pictures of, and my phone was like, no, you can't text Asani. He's not a real person. He's an internet troll. Not true. Yeah, so I got to see those puppies. And then there was also a baby calf that had been born on Tuesday. And I kind of kicked myself because I was like, I want to see a same day born calf. That was worded very strangely, but you know what I mean. I wanted to see a calf the same day that it was born. So I was like, well, that's a bummer. And so then I go out there and another calf was born the day I was there. It was pretty friggin' thrilling. We had like just missed its birth because apparently the mothers, after they give birth, they eat the afterbirth. So we're like driving around in this little four-wheeler and we came upon this cow and a calf and she was like, oh, that's not the calf I knew. That's a new one. And then the cow like bends down and picks up this like giant long piece of taffy looking something or other and was just chewing away at it while her baby, who had apparently just come into the world, was just kind of standing there like, what is happening? It's so cool. Yeah. But it was really nice just to be able to like go and, you know, as safely as possible connect with some humans. Ooh, this is going to be the end of it. Oh, wow. That was okay. I could have almost saved it until that last thing. Game. You bigger than usual? My camera window. Yeah, I think so. Probably. I switched, so this is my fancy camera, the one, Hassani, that you and I got set up, and I put it back above my monitor. Hassani and I did a tech call. Nikki! Welcome back, Nikki. Why? I don't know. I'm so excited Nikki is here. I don't know what else to say anymore. Oh, right. We did some tech business this week. Hassani is the best human ever, if you're unsure, based on his chat. He's great. Yeah, but we figured out how to make, so this camera was gifted to me by a friend who found me through my YouTube videos and was supporting me on Patreon. And he was like, by the way, like I work in production. If you ever need gear, let me know. And so I was like, okay, here's this like giant list that is on my wish list right now. Like if you happen to find any of these things lying around your space, I would gladly take it off your hands. And then he sent me a ton of stuff. But one of the things was this camera, which this is a Lumix DMC GX85. I think I got all those letters and numbers right. And it's a good camera, but the monitor is only on the back. So like right now it's facing me and I don't have a little like flip out screen to be able to like adjust the focus and stuff. So I just have to like push the button. So I'm actually probably out of focus because in order to focus it, I have to be close enough to reach it. So I have to be like that close. So I'm in focus here, but then I like sit back. So I think if I do a Wi-Fi connection, I can make that work. But this camera also doesn't have an input for a microphone. So the only audio this can record is through the like built-in kind of crappy microphone. I think this would be ideal for photography, which is, you know, what a lot of cameras are made for. It's so weird. So where was I? Buttons. It's this thing that my grandmother used to say. So buttons. Anybody know that movie? I bet a Google search would tell you. I'll tell you in a minute if I don't forget. Hey. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Make a Discord server, girl. Then we can get, well, I don't know how to do that. I think I have a Discord server, but I don't understand it. I don't know what any of it means. Hassani, we got to do another tutorial sometime. Now I've lost complete focus on everything. I can make it back to so. That was the transition to continue with the story. Oh, Lord. Oh, technical stuff. Right. So this is a great camera, but I don't tend to use it when I'm like making videos out and about because I can't see, I need the thing that flips open. So when I like saved up enough money to get something else for my list, I was like, I'm going to get a second camera because ultimately my goal, something just changed in my OBS and Hassani is changing it back to talk. Good job. I think ultimately the goal is to like make films and especially things that are like improvised somewhat. So I want to be able to have just like two people filming from, cross section so you can just edit between the two. You don't have to like shoot it all from this angle and then shoot it all from this angle over again. So I bought a camera, and so I basically bought this same camera, but like the newer version of it that has a monitor that flips around. You can plug in a camera microphone. I don't know why I'm talking about all this. This is going off on the deep end of fun technical stuff. Ooh. Okay, let's go back to the game, Hassani. I'm just gonna let you control my OBS. Isn't it fun that I can do that? Okay, wait, but I don't think that my monitor is straight, and it's kind of. Phone call. Who could it be? Is it another robot?
Call from
Tyler.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
It was very quiet, so I didn't hear the name. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, who is this? I couldn't hear your name in the thing.
Oh, my name's Tyler.
Tyler, have we talked before?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay. I was like, I'm trying to remember who. Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter. Anyway, how are you? What are you up to?
I'm good. I'm watching a stream. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Rebecca. I'm the one that's playing Tetris.
Ms. Loops.
I don't think I've ever been called Miss Loops before. That's exciting. This is a new day for me.
Yeah, I saw the stream. I saw the call-in, and my first question was going to be, it's not, how do we get from loops to Tetris? And now my immediate question is, after watching the last game, why do you save the left side for eyes and not the right like I see everyone else doing?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, man. I just tanked this whole thing. I was so excited that you came to the call with questions. Usually I'm like, oh, God, I don't plan for this. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about now. Okay, wait. So question number 1 was how did I get from loops to Tetris? It was the other way.
Yeah, which is cool, but you did save your left side for your eyes.
See,
when everyone else I watch saves their right for eyes.
It's
for the
interesting.
Tetris.
So my goal, what I should be doing is saving the middle, like building a line down the middle, because then when they start coming down faster, you're more likely to get it there in time. Like when you keep the opening just all the way to one side, it's really hard to get it over once you're on like level 19. But I forget about that. Mine, I tend to build it it depends what the first piece is. So like this time it was an S shape and I wanted the 2 to be against the wall. And if I'd put it against the other side, there would have been an immediate hole. So it does, I might lean more heavily toward one wall or the other. I'm not aware. It's not a conscious decision if I do. But in my head, it just really varies depending on what the game is dealing me, Just what my mood is in the moment.
All right, I got you.
Okay, and then going from loops to Tetris, it actually went the other way because I played Tetris all the time when I was young. Like this was we moved the summer after 7th grade, and I was just older enough than all of my neighbors that I didn't really like. I don't know. It felt weird to just like hang out with them and just be friends or whatever because I was 13 and they were all like 8 or 9. So I was like, So I just spent the entire summer in my room playing Tetris, basically. And I got really good at it because I'm good at, like, puzzles and being able to put the pieces together. And then that's what ended up leading me to the loops. Because, like, I did music in high school. I was in the band. I was in the choir. I did all that stuff. And then I saw Reggie Watts doing music on a looper, and I was like, oh my god, what is that thing that he's using? I could totally use it to do covers. And I was very excited about it. And then it still took me a long time to actually start doing covers from there, because I was like, I don't know how to use this, and it's overwhelming, so I'm going to just ignore it for a while. But yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. So
All right, well, thank you for
that's my
taking
origin
call.
story. Yeah,
I hope
thanks
we
for
get to
calling.
talk with more fun fans. And I can tell that Tetris while talking is very difficult.
Well, I'm definitely not doing it very well tonight. Normally, I'm pretty good. Tonight, my brain is just like, one thing at a time. Just talk very well. Don't worry about Tetris. Like, what? That's okay. What are you going to do? All right. Well, thanks for calling. Thank you for not being a bot that just drops inappropriate comments into the phone.
You're welcome. All right. Thanks again for the call. Good luck, Ms.
Yeah.
Luke.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Oh, that was a very loud closing sound. Yay, Tyler! Yes, reminder, Rebecca is not a professional Tetris player. Miss Loops, that's me. Oh, slave work. He didn't seem sure his name was Tyler. I don't know. I feel good about his name being Tyler. He sounded like a Tyler, Like he sounded like, because to me, when I think of Tyler, like I know a specific person that we used to do improv together. And he was like very confident and very thoughtful and articulate, and I don't know. That Tyler also sounded that way. Maybe they're all related. They do have the same names. Just kidding. That was terrible, truly. I don't know why I rotated that. What is going on with my game tonight? I started out the door with like a solid 218, and now I'm like, I just need to get more than one line. Let's slow it down. I don't think I'm ever gonna. It's so funny because Miss Loops is extremely appropriate, I think. The only time I've ever been, I was recognized in public as both an actor and as a looper, and they happened at the exact same time by different people. Like the weirdest coincidence of all coincidences, whatever the correct word there is. I was at the Austin Film Festival, and I had done this national tour, the one that my friend Thomas was in, who hopefully will come and join me soon. I'm just going to start this over because this is a disaster. So I'd done this national tour. It was Odd Squad Live, which was based on the PBS show Odd Squad. And Tim McKeon is the guy he created Odd Squad, and then he also was one of the writers on the musical that I was in. So I met him, and I got to know him in that show. And then he was in town for the Austin Film Festival. So I was like, great, let's meet up. We'll go to this whatever networking party thing that they have scheduled. So we meet up there, and we talk for a while. We go our separate ways, and then he comes over to me, and he's like, Rebecca, these guys saw Odd Squad Live, and they know your character, and they loved your character. And I was like, what? That's so cool. And while I'm talking to these two guys, this random other dude walks up to me, and he goes, I'm sorry, hey, are you that teacher that raps? I was like, oh my God, I know exactly what you're asking me. This is so funny. So it's like I'm in the middle of like one little thing of like, oh, this is the first time I've ever been recognized on the street for anything that I've done. And then I'm immediately recognized by somebody else for something completely unreal. Like, it was just so trippy. And it was like, I'm doing it. I'm succeeding as a performing artist. And that was like 3 years ago. And it's never happened again. Someday, a gal can dream. Oh. I can see that they're chatting. See, now I've got the hole on the left side. But what? I know that was a bad idea, but I'm doing it anyway, and I stand by it. See, now I can get a Tetris. That's why. There was strategy, but I'm also very high up over there, which is a little unnerving. I need to cut this down. This is out of control. Okay. better. Now we've got another Tetris on our hands. It's all generally getting a lot higher than I am comfortable with. Well, that's... Oh! Okay, good. Whew! That was not stellar, but I cleaned it up in time. Everything is fine, folks. Nothing... Well, now there's plenty to worry about. Now I'm just blindly putting pieces wherever they look pretty. Oh, man. Okay. How are we doing? Nope, we're still not. Score is still not impressive. It's okay. It's not terrible. Ooh, that was weird, followed by a little more weird. Sometimes that's just how you gotta do life, though. Weird and then more weird. Oh, that is... Oh, wow. That was tragic. What a bummer. Points! Wow. 10 points to 11 users. Party boy Dave. Dave from New Zealand, I believe. I'm going to remember where everyone is from forever. No, I'm not. Incorrect. His name is Tyler. Don't know. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. Coinky dink. Hello, Party Boy Dave. What? Coincide? Is that how you say that? Party Boy Dave. Dave and Bart are going to go to Vegas together. I'm into it. Oh! Telephone!
Call from
Noah.
Noah.
To
Sure.
accept, press 1.
Hello, Noah.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you, Miss Loops?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. The phone is ringing tonight. It's so exciting.
That is very good. I'm so glad to see that. You've got what,
you know,
8, 10 or so viewers on Twitch. That's incredible.
It's like it's exciting to me. It's it's a weird thing because you have one video blow up and it like starts to raise your expectations and but now I'm like, this is awesome. Like I got an email after my last Twitch stream and it was like, over the course of your entire stream you had 35 distinct chatters, and I was like, what? Like, this is great.
Awesome.
This is so exciting.
That's really cool.
It feels good. Well, what are you up to?
Very nice.
What's going on in your world?
I've been laying on my couch all day, eating powdered donuts and beef jerky.
Sounds like a good day.
It would be, but I do that too much. So I kind of count this as a bad day for myself.
Oh, well,
I have a lot of trouble getting up and doing stuff unless I have to go to work,
Yeah. That's I relate very, very hard to that. That's actually, I had a call earlier today, this organization that I'm part of, that we're doing like a reading of this script that somebody is working on, and the whole week I was like, I feel like I'm not doing anything to help with this event. Everyone else is doing it. I was like, but I also feel like I don't have the capacity to do anything, so I'm just gonna be like, thank you all for your work. But then I realized today, I was like, oh, I'm the minutes person. I take minutes at the meetings, and that's my job, and it works because I can focus. I can focus while I'm sitting there in front of them, and I have nothing else to distract me. And then during the week, I can just go back to my head is floating in the clouds somewhere, and I don't know what's going on. And it's fun.
Right. I think it was Saturday, I had a day off, and I felt pretty good about that day because I decided I was going to set an alarm for every hour, and every hour I was going to stand up, do some stretches and stuff, because I really don't even stand up at all. It's terrible.
And I did that for a day. I felt so good about myself, and then I'm just back on this dumb shit again, you know?
Yeah.
It feels terrible, but
yeah.
it's, you know, baby steps.
Oh,
Baby
yeah.
steps.
No, it's frustrating. Like, it's really hard. I don't know, finding the motivation and then the ability to, like, keep that going. Because, like, the new year started, and I was just like, I'm gonna go crazy with my productivity. Because I am a very driven person, but that doesn't necessarily help with, like, focus and attention span. So, like, I have a calendar that I started this whole little sticker thing where it was like a sticker in the top left means that I wrote that day. In the top right means I exercise. And the bottom left one is for reading, and then one is for doing music. Right? And like, and it was great. And I had like the first like 4 days in a row, I had 4-star days all the way across. And I was like, yeah. And then for the last 2 weeks, like I haven't even put stickers on when I do accomplish anything. Like I'm just like, yeah, good job. You phoned in that one little 20-minute music session. But,
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm real good at like coming up with the plan and being like, yeah, I'm totally gonna do that, and maybe
Yeah.
I can get it for like a few days, and then where did it go? I don't know.
Uh-huh. Then you just have to
Terrible.
outsource it and have somebody else do all of your productivity for you.
Right.
Perfect.
I'm here in about 12 days, going to visit my girlfriend. She's in the Navy in Virginia
Ooh.
right now.
Nice.
We are
Where? What part
going
of the world
to,
are you in?
Oklahoma.
Okay. Have we spoken before?
Yeah. We have, yeah.
Okay.
I
I'm just
tweeted
gonna ask
you
everybody
my
who calls it.
SoundCloud link.
Yeah. No, that was
me.
great.
Thank you. But we're going to get married,
Aw.
and I'm gonna move up there at some point, maybe in April. I feel bad though because I just joined a Dungeons and Dragons campaign where we're playing through Curse of Strahd, which is very exciting.
Nice.
But those things, I mean, it can take like a whole year. I don't want to bail on that. So it's
They're
very
like, "Look,
conflicting right now.
I'm committed to you. I want to be married to you, but I have to play this game. So you're gonna have
Right.
to. Yeah, that's okay. I think anybody who dates somebody who games in that manner, it's like you know what. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. You know what you're getting into. Like that's not. You don't learn
Right, yeah,
after
she
you
gets
get
it.
married. Like, hang on, how important is this to you? It's like, oh no, that's part of the deal from day one. I think.
Absolutely.
I haven't done much. I don't think I've ever played Dungeons and Dragons. I've played Magic before.
I feel
But
like you
not-
would love it.
Yeah, I probably would. I think that would just turn into a very slippery slope for me. It would be like, oh, I'm never going to do anything else again.
Yeah.
No problem.
It's a lot of fun. It can just be hard at times to find a group to play. Especially right now, of course.
Yeah. Is there a way to do it virtually?
Yeah, there's absolutely some virtual stuff, and you can, get on forums and join games online and such. I prefer the in-person stuff though myself.
Yeah. I can't imagine it compares having a virtual version of it, but
Right. So I see you're back on the NES Tetris. Did
yeah,
you,
I played some Tetris Effect on my own this week. I still just like it seems like some of the pieces are like the L-shaped pieces specifically seem to rotate differently than I expect them to. So it's still like it's not, none of that game is muscle memory, or at least not in the way that this game is, where it's like I know exactly, I don't always do it right. I still rotate the wrong way 3 times instead of rotating the correct way once, but
That's exactly how I play. I just have the one button. I never press the other one.
Yep. Yeah. So, no, I like Tetris. I actually played it this way. I turned the sound off on Tetris Effect, which is like I think half of the fun of it. But I just really wanted to listen to this other. I think I was listening to a musical or something. Sweeney Todd, the musical.
Oh, very nice.
I was like, I just need like a dark, intense, but also hilarious musical, and then I'll do that while I play Tetris Effect, and it was great.
That does sound like a good time.
Yeah. Taking it back.
Been playing a lot of Minecraft lately.
That is
which has
another
been
one.
pretty enjoyable.
That's good.
Been
Yeah, I
playing
pretty
with
much maxed out on Tetris. Tetris was like as far as I got with video games. I think Hassani is eventually going to trick me into playing a ton of video games, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be very interested to see some variety streams from you.
Yeah. What are other games you can stream playing? Because I have what was it? I moved that way too slow. Life is Strange, I think, is one that Hassani recommended because it's like musical and queer or queer-ish maybe. I don't remember. I'm gonna make up and pretend like I'm telling you how Hassani described it to me, and it's not gonna be correct at all.
No, that sounds right.
Hassani says he played on a D&D campaign that lasted 1.5 years. You can do it.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Yeah, what are good streaming games? Like, I don't like shoot 'em up games necessarily, but I also haven't really tried them, so who knows? Maybe I'll be like, kill them.
Life is Strange does seem good because it's a slow pace. You walk around, you talk to people and stuff.
Yeah.
There's Stardew Valley is pretty popular.
Okay.
Like have you ever heard of Harvest Moon?
No.
It's like a farming game kind of thing. Very relaxing, very pretty to look at, that kind of thing.
I like that. Yeah, that's my favorite part of Tetris Effect. Is like it's just gorgeous.
Right. I don't know. That's all I've got off the top of my head, really. I don't know if there's
a good starting point.
Because you're into like the viewer interactivity and stuff with the call-ins. I don't know if there's like some kind of game that viewers could hop into as they call you or something, but that would be interesting.
That would be very cool. That's the idea. Like, what I really want to do is start creating shows, and I say this all the time, and it's really annoying when people talk about the thing that they want to make instead of being like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it next week. We'll see what happens.
Right.
But there's still like some of it. So like one of them is a dating game show, right? I want to create a dating game show that's just all women, and they try to match up with each other, and whichever pair connects gets points, and then the winning pair at the end is like the winning couple. But like to make something like that work, I need to have the audience. I need to have the connection to enough like queer women to make sure we get enough contestants. And then if there's like audience interaction where the audience can vote, I need to have those people there.
Right.
But yeah, like even just like creating comedy shows where it somehow like merges the TV worlds and the live streaming worlds, that it's like the kind of show you could expect to see on television, but it actually fits really well in a live streamed environment.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the dream, no biggie. Just
well, it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm ready to see it. Looking forward to it.
Yay. Well, I'll you know where to find me.
yeah. I'm sure I'll see it in my sub box when it pops up.
Sweet. Do you see these from YouTube? Is that how you get directed back to this?
Yeah, I see it in my YouTube sub box, and then I open that up, and then I remember, wait, I should go on Twitch instead.
Yeah.
So then I get on Twitch.
Yeah. Although I wonder, I'm going to open YouTube because I opened it this week. I specifically looked at the settings, and it had switched back to normal latency instead of ultra low latency. Okay, good. The sound is off, so that's good. Let's see how long that takes to travel. Oh! This has YouTube ahead of Twitch now.
Really?
What? Twitch better get its act together.
I honestly prefer watching streams on YouTube.
Yeah?
Just because you can pause it and you can rewind and everything, and it works just fine. Whereas Twitch, first of all, you can't rewind at all, and if you pause it when you play, it like catches back up, and that's kind of annoying. But it just always seems like there's larger audience on Twitch, and I kind of like that chat better as well.
Well,
so
it's tricky because
trade-off.
I think the ideal setting for me would be and I meant to. Hassani told me I should do like a quick Instagram live and a tweet when I go live, and I need to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I have some massive following there, but any effort I can get to put the word out. No, but I think the ultimate goal for me would be try to get all the streaming in one place, which I'm leaning toward Twitch right now, because it's like that's what it's built for. That's what the entire platform is centered around. And then I can pull clips and put highlights and things on YouTube where it's more like stuff that's shorter and more likely to more clickable. Yeah, where you're like, I don't know that I want to sign up for watching this whole 3 hours of somebody else playing Tetris and not letting me play. But I could definitely watch this little 2-minute clip that looks hilarious.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll get there. But yeah, I think did you watch last week? Were you here with us last week?
I think I tuned in I think last week, actually, that was the week that I caught it, like, right at the end. Like, I saw your goodbye screen, and I was like, oh, man.
No, last week I found a fun bit where I just started, and I'll probably do it at some point tonight. I just started doing commentary. And then I was tired of that person, so I added a second commentator, and I just was like bouncing between different character voices and making up like whole life stories for each of these commentators. And like, it's just dumb and funny, but like I did improv forever, and I have a ton of friends who would be way better at that than I am. So I was like, oh, I should invite people, and then we can sort of alternate between conversation and fake commentary. Oh.
That would be fun. I definitely enjoy improv.
Yeah.
Not something I do myself,
yeah.
but I enjoy watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. I think that's one of the creative groups that's been hit the hardest with COVID is like it's just not the same. Like trying to do improv on Zoom just doesn't work. Like you can still make theater work to some extent by getting creative and making it sort of a hybrid between theater and film. But improv, it's just kind of like, oh, I can't see what you're doing, and there's this delay, so I tried to jump in and add this thing, but you were already talking about this other thing. But there's a podcast. Oh shoot, I'm gonna Google it. I think it's Your Favorite Ant. Your Favorite Ant podcast. No, that's not it. Hang on. Dana Kiercioli is in it. Kiercioli. Yeah, there we go. Podcast is called Those Who Aunt. However you want to say it. But it's her and Colleen Doyle, who are both just phenomenally talented improvisers. And they just have guests on and they improvise, and they're like fake characters who are on, and I mean, they probably are aunts in real life. But you know, it's just character bits and improv, and they just have a grand old time. And I was like, oh, that's really good, because you can do the improv without the scenic stuff, and it works better because it's, you know, there's just less going on. It's great. You should all check it out. But so I was like, oh, this would be like a fun alternate version of that, where there is still like good reason to have video because there's a Tetris game going on that they're doing the commentary on. So,
right.
Yeah. But I kind of, I don't know.
I'll try to check that out.
Yeah, no, I was all over the place this week, so I did not get any invites out for anybody to join. I still am bad at asking people to like collaborate with me on things. Like reaching out to badass talented improvisers and being like, hey, want to come do dumb commentary with me on this live stream Tetris game? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
No, just ask. Who cares? They'll say no if they don't want to do it. But most people are like, yes, please. Any performance opportunity. I'm so bored. No. Anyway.
I did just think of another game for you, because you said you like puzzle games. I don't know if you like Sudoku, like Minesweeper kind of puzzle games.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I don't know about Minesweeper. Oh, I remember Minesweeper from like the computers, like the first computer I had.
Right. But there's this game on Steam called Hex Cells.
Okay.
It's like all hexagon based, and there's numbers, kind of like Minesweeper basically, but like with a little bit of Picross mixed in, if you've ever heard of that.
No.
It's really interesting. I enjoy it quite a bit, and it's got some good like ambient soundtrack kind of going on. Like when you click, it like does a little boop. It's really nice.
I like that. Hassani, put that on my email list. Write that down somewhere for me. Oh, cool.
All right, I think that might be all I've got for you tonight.
That's your time. Cool. Well, thank you
pleasure
for calling
talking
me.
to you, Miss Loops.
Absolutely. When do you go to Virginia?
February 12th.
Okay. So you got a little, and are you moving up there then, or this is just a visit, and then eventually you will move around
right.
or before
this
the?
is a visit. We're going to take at least one day to go see some
venues,
potential houses for rent.
Oh, nice.
And we are going to get married while I'm down there, and then I'll be coming back for a while.
Okay. Cool.
Very exciting. Very scary.
Oh, it'll be good. Hey,
As,
if you're in love and you're like, this is the person I want to spend my life with, then it's great, and you should.
I know that's what I'm going on.
Yeah, good.
I've literally never had to move in my life. I am still living in my childhood home right now.
Oh man.
Everyone else has moved out. I'm still here. So it's
nice.
It's a little crazy for me.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take.
Yeah, it'll be good for you. Just
absolutely
communicate with your future wife and make sure she knows what's going on in your head, and you'll get through it.
Oh,
I believe in you.
Thank you.
Cool. Well,
right.
have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You as well. I'm sure I will
Yeah.
talk to you sometime later.
Sounds great.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was like, wait, I should pause before I go to hang up because I'm going to ruin the game. But I feel like this game is, this piece is not going to go well. Oh, well, that was good. At least I turned it. Oh, man. Thanks for calling, Noah. Yeah, Noah's music is great. I really enjoyed it. It was like good. Some of it was like really cool ambient sounding kind of sound collages, I'm going to call them. Because I've been playing a bunch of Tetris Effect. I was like, this sounds like the music they use in Tetris Effect. Yeah. And then the more like song stuff was lovely also. Yeah. Noah, we want wedding pictures. Oh, Bart had to leave. Bye, Bart, after the fact. Okay. To go back into the VOD. Oh. Yeah, that's annoying. That you can't rewind on Twitch. That's okay. Well, we're trying to get me to Twitch affiliate status. Okay, so I have to figure out one of the 5 things you have to do to become a Twitch affiliate or a Twitch partner or whatever. I don't know what the first step is. I forget what the first step is. But whatever that first step is, you have to do 5 things. And I think I've done 3 of them now, which is like average affiliate first. Thank you. Tyler followed me. Yay. Thank you, Tyler. It was lovely chatting with you. I appreciate the follow. So you have to get, I think it's like 50 followers, and I'm 7 short. Well, now maybe 6 short. You have to have an average of 3 viewers, which was great. Got that. I've been averaging more than that. But there's like, oh man, Not So Fast Jafar is Noah. See, I'm never going to remember that. Why am I not going to remember that? I'll remember that you're in Oklahoma. I will not remember your name, which is really annoying because it's like, it's just a name. Just remember the name. It's not hard. Anyway. I have to stream on different days because it said stream on 7 different days. But I just thought that meant a total of 7 days where you get on and stream. But I think it literally means that because this is always on Monday, it only counts as 1 day. And I've apparently streamed a total of 4 days, but I have no idea which 4. So at some point I need to just stream every day, Tuesday through Saturday. until I cover all of them. And maybe by the time I've done that, I will also have my 50, and then I'll be on the road and I can become an affiliate. I don't know what happens when I become an affiliate, but Hassani wrote in the YouTube chat that I need to reach Twitch affiliates, so I want to do it because I want to make Hassani proud of me. That's all I'm here for. I just want him to be proud of me. Oh, man. Anyway. Okay, so we'll make a Discord. I don't understand it. It's like a chat room, but what happens if, so is the idea that everybody comes to my Discord while I'm streaming? So then are you not chatting on Twitch? Are you only chatting on Discord? Because isn't that going to hurt my algorithm? I think once you reach affiliate, you can start making ad revenue from stream and you can get a sub button. Oh, that's fun. What's the difference between a sub and a follow? Asking the hard-hitting questions here. I don't know the answer. Also, why can I not play Tetris well? Why did I make an entire night dedicated to playing something I don't play well? That's annoying. Oh, good throat coat tea. Feels nice. Wonderful. Love that licorice. What? Oh, Bart's already gone. There's this German licorice candy that is, a sub is something you pay. So what do you get? Why would you sub to somebody? What's the benefit for you of subscribing if it costs you money? Do I have to do something else? Because I'm not going to play Tetris naked. It's fine if somebody else wants to do it. I'm not interested in that personally. Just not for me. I don't even want to play Tetris naked alone with nobody watching me. Feels uncomfortable and cold. This game is going very bad. Oh, come on. All right, we're starting over. Can't get that bad. Oh, it can remove ads from the channel. You can get special emotes if you... Oh, yeah, I would totally add those for you. You can put the chat in sub-only mode if you want. Oh. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Wait, what's off the table? Why is Nikki leaving? Nikki, explain it. That's completely off the table? Well, I guess we'll all be leaving now. I don't know what you're saying, but I don't want you to leave. I do like the idea of the emotes and the chat. I don't think I would ever make it subs only. Yeah, Nikki, get back in here and sit down. Unless you're driving home again, in which case drive safely and listen attentively, but don't watch. Well, I don't want anyone to leave. I'd like everybody to be able to pull up a chair. And definitely, if I can make money off of this, that would be awesome. But if I can't make money off... Oh, come on. I don't know that I deserve to make money off of this the way that I'm playing right now. But look how much joy I'm bringing. Isn't that worth all the money? No. It's worth like $1. Maybe a couple of dollars if you're feeling generous. But, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to make anything that's overly elite or that people have to pay for because I don't like how much capitalist-centric our society is. That if you're not born with money, you're screwed. And I say that as somebody who was born into a privileged environment and has benefited greatly from that and is keenly aware of that. So I really try to not be an asshole. That's all we can do, right? Try to not be an asshole. Number 1. Number 2, work to even be, like, actively good. Okay. Nudity is off the table. Yeah, you can go. Oh, you can gift out subs? Excellent. Okay, well, everyone that's here, if you're like, look, dude, I can't give you any money, but I want a sub, you get it. You get a sub. That's just... You've been here when I had no structure. Oh my gosh! You were here when I couldn't even get one line laid down straight. You get a sub. You get a sub, and you get a sub! I didn't know we could give them away for free. That's exciting. I'm into it. I feel like I should do a shout out to my Patreons. My Patreons? That's not the word. They're patrons on Patreon. I don't do enough to shout them out, and I do feel bad about that, but I just am so hot messy. I'm a hot mess, is what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, my Patreon, I'm not even encouraging anybody to join my Patreon, let's be real. You're not going to get much out of it except for the joy and satisfaction of knowing that you're helping me by putting money into my bank account. And that's cool, and I really do appreciate it. But it's real hard to commit to, like, I'm going to create a whole other stream of content just for paid people. Like, if I'm making something, I want it to get out there into the world as far and wide as possible. But who knows? I could see doing, like, Q&As and stuff. That would be awesome. I would totally be into that. But I tried to do that, and only one person signed up for that tier. And then when I reached out to them and said, do you want to just have a one-on-one Q&A with me? They never responded. So I was like, guess not. Should have waited till I had this, and I could have been like, you get a VIP phone call whenever you want. Unlike everyone else who gets a regular phone call that sounds exactly the same. Really, I can't recommend this tea enough. It's delicious. Lots of performers and actors use it because it feels nice on the vocal cords. Supposedly, it's also very good for your throat. I don't know. But it does genuinely feel great. Leslie Jones tweeted about it, and she thinks it's terrible. She thinks it's god-awful tea. Who would have thought that Leslie Jones would post a review that was not just like centrist, that was like, I have strong feelings about this, so out of character for her. Just kidding. She knows how she feels, and she feels the shit out of it, and we love her for it. She's still my, like, one celebrity connection that sometimes random friends will be like, hey, do you still talk to Leslie Jones? Like, as if we used to hang out on the phone or something. She follows me on Twitter, though, and she used to respond to my messages on Twitter once upon a time. Hasn't happened in a long while, but you know what? It's okay. Okay, we're back. We're back in okay shape. Oh, that was not great. I need a line. There we go. A score is not great for... Oh, whoops. Definitely thought that was going to open up. Obviously. So what is everybody doing while you're watching this? Is this the only thing that you're watching, or do you have like 4 other tabs open? Are you double listening? Can you listen to other live streams at the same time? Because I can't imagine that anybody is just actively watching this and has nothing going on. Like, I'm a filmmaker, and half the time I can't watch a movie without having like a game of solitaire going in my phone or something. Actually, I don't play solitaire that much anymore. I like 2 Dots. That is a highly addictive game. Wow, I just built hell in a handbag for myself to get out of. I like 2 Dots. I like puzzles. I do this one app that gives you 1 free puzzle every day. And I kind of hate the app because it just blasts you with all of these ads, which would be fine. It's just it like freezes everything up, and I can't find another puzzle app that I like as much. The other puzzle apps I have downloaded are just frustrating, and I don't like the way that the pieces move. So I usually do a puzzle every day, and then I do a little bit of 2 dots, and then I play dominoes, like aggressively, like highest possible difficulty level. And I win probably 8 or 9 out of 10 games. And it's most of the time I'm just like flying through it, not really putting too much effort or energy into it. But I don't think that the computer is actually programmed to be a terribly aggressive game, because there are times where it's like there's an opportunity that they could have gotten 10 points, but they must not have had the piece because they didn't get the points. But then the next piece that they put down is the piece that could have gotten them points, but now it doesn't get them points. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody here, but if you played dominoes, you probably know what I'm talking about. We were like, oh, if you just played that a minute ago, you would have gotten a bunch of points. Why didn't you? Duh. Duh, do you even know what we're playing? Okay, now I need to concentrate and stop just like putting pieces. I need to stop going for Tetrises, basically. Which is sad, because my score is still not amazing. Well, I did break my record for tonight. That's something. I'm nowhere near breaking my all-time record, and it's unlikely that I will get there. It's okay. It's alright. Not every day is going to be a winner. Some days you're just like, yeah, I did it. I played Tetris. Ooh, maybe I'll get one. Oh, yeah, one little Tetris squeezed in there on a high level. That feels good. Ooh, and now it's real fast. So now we go for lines. Ooh, didn't love that. That's okay. Ooh, ooh. Give me a line. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I hate everything. You like how I'm just moving things right and left as if that's going to make a difference? Okay. All right. I'd sub as fuck. What? Gift subs aren't free? What does that mean? I was saying I'd fork out the cash. Oh, well, that's not just this tonight. Okay, sorry. I'm not just paying extreme attention to only this, like a lone mod or something. No, it's fine. I mean, if you are just paying attention to this, that's fine. I'm just I want to understand what the viewing experience is like for you, because that helps me figure out, like, as I'm creating things, because there's, like, okay, so this show, it's tomorrow night. It's on all of the places. It's called Talkin' Funny 2020. Wait for it. Money2020.com. That's probably the website. I'm pretty sure. Let's see if it is. Yep. It's a great friggin' show that Steve Gadlin does. He was on this with me a long time ago. It feels like at least a couple months ago. And he has it structured really well, where it's like you come back and you actually pay attention. Like, you have to look at the screen for certain segments. So it's like, for part of it, yeah, you just open it and you're like, great, I see who's talking, moving on, let me come over here. But then little animated characters pop up and somebody else joins, and then there's a game that's all pictures. And so it's like you have to watch the show. You can't just listen to it like I wish Instagram Lives would let you do, because most of the time Instagram Live is just like two faces talking at each other. Unless you got bets going. Ooh, fun. Yeah. Oh, look, my head's off the top of the screen now. I'll bring it back down. I think because I'm farther back, but I need to be farther back for the game. All right. What else? What are we thinking? Watching the movie Snow Day and Tetris Talk. Oh, see, I don't think I could double listen. I don't think I could hear a movie and also a conversation at the same time. I think that's too much. I'm overstimulated easily orally. AURALLY. Just in case anybody has the wrong idea. So like okay, I had a job at Trader Joe's, right? And at night, sometimes when we were closed and we were just restocking shelves, people would play their own music. But headphones weren't allowed because that's a danger potentially, because you don't hear that somebody is about to walk behind you with a giant rack of something or other, and then you step out in front of them and then stuff is broken, glass is broken, people get hurt. So people just started like playing music from their phones. So I could hear from my one little lone station music coming out of the speaker above us that was like real loud. And I am a lot bigger tonight. Is that good? Do we like that? I think it works. Just realizing how much bigger my face is now. Ooh. I kind of wish the ending was a bit different too, but we'll get there. So what the hell was I talking about? Wow, that train is going. Oh, music playing. I remembered on my own. Yeah, and it just like it was just so like it was to the point that I could not function. Like I at one point had a total meltdown, had to I mean this was also like as the pandemic was starting, which was not helpful. So yeah, it was just a real bad I just can't do it because it's like part of the thing with me doing looper covers is anytime that I hear a song, my brain is breaking down that song. It's figuring out like, okay, so this is the beat. All right, and this is the bass line, and then this is a cool harmony that is in the song, and here's this other harmony that's not in the song, but I can make it be in the song. And like my brain is just flying through this music. So then you put on another song in the background, and I'm just, what? My brain turns into exactly what just happened in the game, which is like Spazzy McGee. Yeah, like I just can't, it's like my computer, the little computer in my brain is just way overwhelmed and there's just smoke coming out of it. Anybody else have smoke come out of their computers sometimes? Just me? Yeah. It's wild. Okay, well, there that goes. You told me I was bigger. You're correct. Because I had it zoomed in a lot more when I was using a GoPro last week, and I had to stretch it out because my face was like this big in a frame that was like all the way out to here. It was like, there's my face. So I had to like stretch it out so you could see my face. And then this time I just had to raise it up because it was like it was zoomed in and cutting off the top of my head. So I zoomed it back out, but I kept it big. But I think I like it, right? You don't need to see my how many of what piece I've gotten. Oh, I did this wrong. I'm on level 4, no, not 14. Yeah, see, you don't need to see my statistics. And if you do, just be like, Rebecca, can you move so that we can see statistics? It'll be great. Look how slow that is. Oof. Look at this. I wonder if I could still get out of like this. Probably. Do we want to watch this, or is this horrendously boring? Because I think this could be real boring. I mean, we know I can do it, right? I love how fast this sounds. This music is better fast, I think. Oh, why did I go that way? That was weird. That is the strange thing, is like as soon as you decide it's going on that side, it's like, nope, that is in fact where it is going. No going back now. Blah, 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 blah. Aww. I like the fast music. This feels so slow and so boring, boring, boring. Okay, now it's just a normal game. I did it! I built a stupidly high tower. High tower. Okay. Wait, what are you? The movie? What is the movie Snow Day about? Promising young woman! I don't know Snow Day. I'm not familiar with that movie. I don't think. When I was much younger, I accidentally spilled water on my old monitor. Sparks and smoke. Nikki, what part of the world are you in? Do I know where you are? I don't know if I do. It's about a snow day. What? How not creative of them. Okay, we're going to go real high. Oh, this is the level I can't see very well. This is probably not the high level I want to start on, but you know what? We're going to just see what happens. Oh, yeah. Microphone move. Back into play. Everything is fine. Tetris! Okay. Oh, yeah, we can talk movies. I mean, we love movies, don't we? I watched A Promising Young Woman, and that was intense and heavy and very good. But also not like intense and heavy and like it's weird because the subject matter was extremely intense and heavy, but I think they handled it in a way that almost made it just feel like a comedy. Oh, that's not what I thought that piece was. Yeah, I thought it was just, oh, good Lord. It was very good. They did an excellent job of it. What is her name? Carey Mulligan. Just fabulous. I did not know because I was Googling her to figure out how old she was because her character's age. I was like, I don't think that is her age at all. I think it was like 5 years off or something. But then I found her Wikipedia page and she's married to the main guy from Mumford and Sons. They were childhood pen pals. Boom. New York. Oh yeah, it's real snowy in the north. It was 75 degrees in Austin today. It's crazy. A Doctor Who episode. I don't know. Yeah, she's great. I like her very much. But that was interesting to me to see that she was married to the Mumford guy. But they were childhood pen pals who then lost touch, and then once they were both like in the business, they got back in touch and then fell in love and got married and had babies. And I was like, aw, cute. Good times. Oh man. All right, well that level's over. I do not like this color. I'm gonna go up to level 18 just because I don't like this color. It's not that I don't like it. Objectively, I do like the color. I just can't see it very well on this monitor. So, a little difficult. What was that? That was, I wish I had put that other piece somewhere else so that this piece could go right there. Oops, I have to put this piece somewhere. That's what that was. All right, so next week I'm going to have a Discord. That's going to be my big assignment for this week. And I'm going to try to bring somebody with me here. Oh, whoops. Missed it. Someone didn't hit the button enough times. So I'm thinking to get my how many days that I've live streamed, because I have to bump that up to 7. I don't know what days I have or haven't streamed. There's probably a way to find out. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to start just like playing music and not like concert ready music, like literally just my songbook and my keyboard, and sometimes it's stuff that I sort of know and sometimes it's stuff I know really well, and other times I'm like, I have never heard of this song in my life. But I'm going to sight read it and see what happens, because I have a lot of fun with that, and I goof around a lot, and it's fun and playful and joyful, and I just like it. So I want to do it, but I think I'm partly hesitant about doing that because I feel like I'm just now getting in a groove where I've got all of you, this nice little community that enjoys joining me for Tetris, and I love that, and I don't want to scare you all away with something totally different that you're like, what is this nonsense? You don't know this song. Come back and play it for me when you know it. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What are the thoughts here? Give me some feedback. Oh, come on. Feedback other than play Tetris better. We came to see good Tetris. Please, give us the good Tetris. This game is over. Capaldi. What is Capaldi? Music stream. Yay. Okay, good. No one wants music. I mean, of course you want music. You're a musician. Blink is a really... Wait. Okay. This feels like a slippery slope that I'm about to push this entire conversation down. I have only seen like maybe 3 episodes ever of Doctor Who. And it's because I lived with a roommate. Weird how I lived with a roommate. Usually people just stay friends with them. I lived with a roommate who was like mega fan of Doctor Who. And so we watched some episodes together and I was like, I don't know. I think the one with the lady doctor I would be more into for obvious reasons. Also, I just really like that actor. I don't remember what I had seen her from, but when I saw that she got cast, oh my gosh, we're starting this over. This is tragic. I was very excited when I saw that she was the new doctor. Oh, complex. And it's got Carey Mulligan. Is she in it like regularly? Or she's just in one episode? Should I just watch that one episode? It seemed like, honestly, when I watched it and I saw the couple of episodes, I liked it. And I feel like I should like that series. It seems like a series I would be into. I'm not really into sci-fi, but it depends on the kind of sci-fi, right? Avatar? No, thank you. Not interested. Game of Thrones? Yeah. If you would describe Game of Thrones? If you had described Game of Thrones to me, I would have been like, no, thank you. But then I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, yeah, I'm in. This is great. I don't know. Okay. Didn't care for Capaldi. Who is Capaldi? What would I know him from? I assume he's an actor. Oh, I guess I can Google. I do have internet on my computer. Isn't that nice? I have great internet. That has been awesome. I have not had any, like, your stream doesn't work issues. This looks like 7 different people. He looks like a baby. Crooner. He's a singer? I don't know. I don't know anything. Okay. Let's play some more. Oh, my green screen's not looking great. What? Look at that. Is it over here? Yeah, like this. Look at how that's poorly lit. Tragic. Peter Capaldi. Oh. Okay. I don't know what I don't know what she say. Yeah, what did I search? I think I just searched Capaldi, didn't I? I did. Oh, Louis Capaldi. Peter Capaldi. Oh, he's very familiar. I have no idea what I would know him from, but I've seen him before. He is a human who exists. I do agree with that. Okay, we're going to try level 8 again and just see what happens. Oops, we got the hole built up on the side. Dangerous territory, taking some risks. Who's excited? Oh, ooh. Okay, 1 Tetris. That's... Well, I can't get that in there. Why am I trying? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, nope. That was quick. 4 lines. But look at that. 22,000 points for a single Tetris on level 18. I wonder how long it would take to get 22,000 points on level 0. I'm not going to find out right now. It sounds real boring. Woo! I forgot how fast this is. Oh, goodness. We're on level 19. In case you're like, why is this so fast? Because I'm the ist that likes self-torture. Masochist, right? Pretty sure. Oh, Broadchurch. I love Broadchurch. You might know Jodie Whittaker. Oh, yeah, it was probably Broadchurch. Was she the... I don't remember who she was in that. Attack the Block, I do not know. Yeah, the mom. That's what I don't remember which one was Broadchurch. because I binged a whole lot of like really dark BBC dramas about murders all at the same time. And they were all amazing. They honestly had, between that and the podcast Griefcast, I was like, I think I should move to London. I think I should just go be in England for a while because they've got good stuff there. You know, why not? I mean, I don't have a legal right or reason to be there, but you know, but I'm really nice and I just want to absorb and watch all your content and also work. Please give me jobs. They would go for it, right? Who knows? I like when I ask myself questions on this and then I answer, but the person answering obviously was not paying attention to the question. It was like, I don't know. It's like, oh, even I don't know how to answer my own question. How sad. If you haven't already watched it, watch the first season of Luther. Is Luther... Oh, I know what that is. I have not watched it. Oh, okay, so, man, yeah, I feel like I could definitely talk about, clearly I can't. Promising Young Woman. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a good little thinker. But I also don't want to spoil it, and my guess is that most people here have not watched it yet. It is not a light and fluffy movie. It does have Bo Burnham in it, which is great. I don't know. I don't know what else to say without giving away some of the best stuff. You should just watch it. Just do it. Just go for it. Make it happen. It's like $20 to watch it on YouTube or... Oh, come on already. That was a bummer. See, that's why you don't make the long hole on the side, dummy. Stop doing that. Bo Burnham. OJ Made in America. That was great. That's not the reenaction American Crime thing, right? No, wait. Oh, yeah. Which one is it? Is it Sarah Paulson as the lawyer? Or is it more of like a documentary? I will watch anything with Sarah Paulson in it. I enjoyed Run on Hulu. That was delightful. I really liked Nurse Ratched, and then everybody was like, that cliffhanger! Ah! So I just didn't watch the last episode. I figured out, if you watch a season of a show and you don't want a crazy cliffhanger that just leaves you hanging, then just don't watch the last episode, because usually, structurally, the whole season tells one story, and then the story is resolved. Thank you, Hassani. Is resolved, and then the last episode is like, but guess what's next? And then it just leaves you like, I can't wait to see this. So it's like, I know that I will watch Nurse Ratched season 2, so I don't need the cliffhanger, and I want the closure of the story. So I just stopped it before the last episode, and then now I have this like peaceful feeling, and then right before the next season comes out, I'll watch the last episode, which will remind me of what happened in that season, and then it will set up the next season. Structurally, it would be the opening of the next movie, or the next season, which is basically another movie. But yeah, you know, American Crime Story. Yes, you are correct. That was great. I don't know if I've watched, is Made in America, OJ Made in America, is that a documentary? Or what is it? Tell me more. I'm listening. And by listening, I mean reading. Sometimes. Not right now. Right now I'm playing games. Oh, thank you, Hassani. Yes, I did not switch back. Aren't we all excited that I gave Hassani control over my setup? I'm also, maybe I'll do this with the music stream eventually, where I can have it, you can like change the color of the lights in my room, and you can do, you know. So like if I'm doing music, I'm not going to be able to read the chat as much, at least not while I'm in the middle of the song. But you could like make my lights flash if somebody follows or eventually subs. And then I can be like, ah, da, da, thank you for the follow. Ah, da, 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 da. Which sounds terrible, but also entertaining. So I'm down. Oh, come on, Marquardt. What are you doing? But if I did music streams in the middle of the day, is that weird? I mean, it's not oh, come on. It's not the middle of the day everywhere. Basically, I went from now knowing nothing about the whole OJ thing to knowing everything. Yeah. I remember, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. It's only 8:30. God, that's depressing. Why am I just pushing the button? Push the button. Push the button. That was a god-awful song. Reversion of the song. The song is great. Whatever. I'm gonna stop talking now. Oh, yeah, no, I remember when that happened, and I remember watching the news and seeing the car driving. I was still very young, so I don't think I fully understood, like, the gravity of the whole thing. It was just kind of like, what? I probably shouldn't have been watching the news. That's about the age that I think I was. Because what was it, like mid-90s-ish? Something like that? I want to say like 95, 96. Which would have made me 11 to 12. I have got to stop building up these holes on the side. Because even at level 16, I just can't keep up. Can't get the piece over in time. Gotta keep the hole in the middle. Is that Jim? Is that Jim's voice? Jim didn't have that, like, guttural sound. Jim was just like, hey, what's up? Jim was the one, I don't know if y'all remember from last week, Jim's the one who was like, I play beer pong, but I want to make a beer pong that's virtual. Alright. Like, you play it on the internet, and everybody, you throw the ball in the cup in your own home, and if you get it, somebody else in their own home has to drink. And Jim did not know anything about Tetris, and that's fine. I kind of like the idea that most of my commentators will not know very much about Tetris, and that's great. Ooh. Maybe someday I'll have somebody else come on who actually plays Tetris. Because if they live stream Tetris, they could actually stream it to Zoom, and then I could broadcast it. So I could go back and forth between our games. I mean, that would just be sad, because if it's anybody who, like, has a following for their Tetris game, they're probably going to be significantly better than me. Wow, that was a lucky recovery until I ruined it. I don't see this ending well. Yeah. That's what I figured. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. I'm going to do music like that. It's going to be great. OJ once almost backed up into my mom's car. Oh, yeah, because he was Miami-based, wasn't he? Did he play on the Gators team? Not University of Florida. The Dolphins. The dolphin is like, and I am like, oh, yeah, my So Buttons. Nobody knew what movie that was from, did they? Wild Ride. It is crazy. I said to my stepdad one day, you want to watch this? He said, hell no. That shit was on every day for like a year. It's true. Yeah, it's funny. It is interesting, though, to watch it be, like, dramatized now and a little more, you know. That's amazing. I feel like he did play for the Dolphins at some point. I don't know. I don't know what his... I didn't know him as a football. I didn't really know much about football. I knew the Dallas Cowboys of the 90s because they won all of the... Oh, did I do that? I did the level wrong again. My bad. I knew like Troy Aikman was football to me because I grew up in Fort Worth when they were like I think like back-to-back Super Bowl. That's what they should call it. The Super Bowl. When they were Super Bowl champs. Which was wild because then years later, I befriended this gentleman who, he's like the only, oh, come on. He's the only man I've ever like lovingly referred to as my boyfriend, but never in front of him because I don't entirely know that he would have understood that I was joking. But he was like an 80, late 70s-year-old man who volunteered at the American Cancer Society. But he was lovely, and he would bring trivia. His name was Bill. Bruiser Bill. That was his nickname when he played football because he's just this tiny little petite thing. And oh my gosh, I'm gonna lower the level. 16 is clearly above my pay grade tonight. So he was volunteer. He brought all these, he would call them quids. They were trivia questions, and he would quiz everybody. And he was just delightful. And then I looked at I was just like feeling good. It was a Thursday, and I was like, I'm gonna live my best life. And I looked at the weather. The weather report was awesome. And so I was like, I'm gonna take off work tomorrow and go to a Cubs game. And I went over to Bill, and I was like, hey, Bill, what are you doing tomorrow? And he was like, I don't know. Why? I was like, do you want to go to a Cubs game with me? He was like, yeah, that would be great. So we went to a Cubs game together, and like he was a big musical theater fan and live theater and live jazz and all that. So like we started dating, if you will, very platonically, and I did have to make that clear on a few different occasions. But he just, I'm referring to him in the past tense. I can't get a hold of him. If I'm being completely, I've tried to call him several times to go straight to voicemail. I can't find anything in any papers about him. I'm hoping that he is alive and well, and I need to keep trying and figure. I mean, what the hell do you do in that case? If you're like, this is an old person who lives alone, and I cannot get a hold of them. Can I like call the police and ask them to pay like a well visit? I don't know. I'll figure that out. But his father had worked for the Chicago Bears the decades. I mean, when the Chicago Bears, I don't know. I mean, he was in his late 70s or early 80s. So his father clearly was significantly older than that. Anyway, so he had 4 season tickets for life, like on the 50-yard line, right in front of the press box. And so he invited me to a game. He would give a pair of tickets to like a cousin or something, and then he kept a pair for himself. And then he would just invite friends to come and join him for a football game. And, we're pulling up to the venue. We've caught the bus from the parking lot over to the actual field. Oops, definitely thought that was going to go away. And he's like, now, I hope you don't mind. Our seats are pretty high up and pretty far back. And I was like, I feel like he's teasing, but I don't think he understands that, like, I don't go to sporting events because I can't afford to pay for them. So even if we're in the nosebleed seats, this is going to be an exciting step up for me. And then we walk in and we go sit in front of the press box. And I was like, uh-huh. But Troy Aikman was there doing commentary. So he was like right behind me. So I had my phone and I just like took a selfie and it was like, look, there he is. Pretty great. If you scroll far enough back on my Instagram, it's probably there, but please don't. I don't know what kind of tragedies are on that Instagram account. Everything should be Snapchat where it disappears. It gets archived into your own personal storage bank and organized, but nobody else in the world can see it unless you specifically give it to them. Most of my Instagram is like food pictures and photography and projects. Thrilling. A lot of food pictures. I actually started my Instagram, I think, around the time that I moved to New York or on a visit to New York. And I just took all these pictures all over New York, and I was playing with different like apps and things on my phone that let me add color and texture and stuff, and it was great. So if you go all the way back, there's no pictures of me at all or anything personal. It's just pictures. And then I was like, well, Now I live in New York, and I feel like I've seen it all, and I don't really have any creative ideas of how to see it in a different way because I'm not a photographer. So I guess I'll post pictures of what I eat. Oh, Buffalo Bills in San Francisco. Oh, 49ers. That's the one that I vaguely recalled. The Billdozer. The Bill of Rights? Weird. Oh. What is the Billdozer? That was his nickname? That's wild. You haven't seen. Yeah, I know, because I followed you on Instagram and you like immediately texted me and you were like, don't expect anything creative to happen there. We're just making stuff up. Okay, good. What about Bill Paxton? We'll give him that nickname. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Oh, okay, so the first movie that I referenced. So, Buttons. That, because nobody figured it out, is The Truth About Cats and Dogs with Janine Garofalo and Uma Thurman, in which Uma Thurman plays a model and Janine Garofalo is her neighbor who plays the violin and has a radio show where she offers veterinary advice on the radio. And then this guy calls into her radio show and he's just charming and charismatic and he needs help taming this dog who is on his photography set wearing roller skates and he can't get the roller skates off of the dog. So he calls her and he's like, how do you get roller skates off of a dog? And she's like, what? And so it's a hilarious interaction and then she helps talk him through it and he gets the roller skates off of the dog. And then he calls later and he's like, hey, thank you for your help. You just have such a calming voice. And I really want to say thank you in person. Can I buy you a drink sometime? And she's like, no. And then maybe just immediately she says yes. And he's like, they pick a time and a date. And then he's like, oh, and what do you look like? I actually don't even know what you look like. But she's self-conscious because in the 90s, you were told that if you weren't stick thin and blonde, you were in fact not attractive. Personally, I think Janine Garofalo is extremely hot. Not to sexualize her, but also to sexualize her. You know, she deserves it. That came out real weird. It's fine. I feel like she would understand. So, yeah, so she's like, yeah, sure. And she happens to have a picture of her model neighbor for some reason. Like, they had an interaction and she thought it was fun. And, like, one of her coworkers was like, look at this calendar. And she's like, okay. And so she puts it up as a joke or something. But so she sees this picture of her hot Uma Thurman neighbor. And she's like, oh, yeah, sure. I'm 5'10". I'm blonde, skinny, gorgeous, hard to miss. I think that might be the verbatim description she gives for herself, actually. But then she doesn't go to the date because she's like, this guy's crazy. This is not for real. It's not happening. So no. And then he shows up at her office, but it happens to be the same day that her model friend had showed up at the office because the model friend's boyfriend had broken her violin bow because she came out and was like, hey, stop being such a loud asshole to your girlfriend. And he broke her violin bow. So, yeah. So then this guy shows up and she's like, oh my gosh, Uma Thurman, I need you to just pretend like you're me. And then Uma Thurman accepts an offer for a date with this guy. And then they're like, oh, snap. So then it turns into this whole thing where every time they talk on the phone, he's actually talking to Janine Garofalo. But then every time they're in person, he's with Uma Thurman. And Uma Thurman learns that she's more than just a hot bod. And Janine Garofalo learns that she's more than just an intelligent, kind, brilliant, fucking perfect woman. She's also attractive. And it's a great... I love the movie because I mean, Janine is one of the, like, I love Janine Garofalo. I have done enough research about her that I don't need to do anymore. Not in like an obsessive, creepy way, but in a like, I really like her and I want to know more kind of way. That specific role, she regrets playing. Like, she hates the way that she is portrayed. Like, she's like, fuck that. Women shouldn't feel that way. But it's like, but they do. Whether they should or not, they do. And at least it ended with the moral of her learning that she was the only one preventing them from being together. Her idea of how she looked is what kept them apart. And that's your random 90s movie summary. I don't remember what other thing I quoted just a minute ago. I feel like it was a movie we all knew, though. Oh, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. And the dolphin goes, and I go, I don't remember if that's actually how he sounds at all. Don't care. You're just gonna have to live with my potentially terrible impression. Or go watch Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. With, actually don't watch it, because it is just disgusting. The villain turns out to be the man who's had a gender reassignment surgery, but I don't think is actually trans. He just did it to be in disguise. It just kind of vilifies trans people, so maybe let's not. Let's retire it. I think even Jim Carrey would be like, fuck that movie. I had fun making it and I was excellent in it, but also fuck that movie. Yeah. So there we go. Fun movie quotes. Uh-oh, this is getting bad quick. I need help. Help! Oh, yep, definitely couldn't see it. All right. Oh, Twister! Oh, that's funny. Janine Garofalo and Linda Cardellini. Is there a connection between them? Have they been in something? I did not research Janine Garofalo in a dirty way, just to be clear. Oh, good night, Noah. I don't know if you're already gone, but good night. Okay, hang on. Now I need to know. Janine Garofalo. I love Linda Cardellini. Einhorn is Finkel. Yeah, are they in something together? No, but they don't look like twins, but they definitely look like they would be like cousins or sisters or something. I also have a crush on Linda Cardellini, I will admit that. But Janine Garofalo, I don't even know what it is that I knew her from first. Probably that The Truth About Cats and Dogs. Twister, Twister made me develop a massive, massive crush on Helen Hunt. And Linda's Velma. Who's Velma? Oh, Velma. I know what you're talking about. Oh, snap. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, Helen Hunt. Love her. Twister also made me want to be a storm chaser. 100%. Somehow I thought that was a logical choice for me. I was like, yeah, I would be excellent at this. I don't want to study science. I just want to chase tornadoes. It's not about chasing tornadoes, kid. It's about science. That's what's at the core of it, okay? Okay, this is not going great, but it's not going as badly as it could be. Look at that, a Tetris in the middle to clear it out? This doesn't happen for me so often. Often, wow. That was a fun little voice I just slipped on into. Twister. Should I sum up Twister? I feel like I just wanted to, that's what I want the whole commentary to be forever and always on this, is just me describing old movies while playing Tetris. I mean, people have had dumber ideas that were more successful, so Why not? Plus, it'll encourage people to go back and watch old movies. I'm disappointed because the movie One Fine Day is almost impossible to find on the internet. I do have access to it, but that is one of my all-time favorite movies. One of many that made me fall madly in love with New York City. Where I was like, I could do that. I could be a divorcee single mom balancing a child and a demanding career while also being charming and falling in love. That sounds amazing. That was my goal as like a 12-year-old, was to be a charming divorcee finding love in New York City. Oh, that was terrible. That would have given me a Tetris in the middle of a big crazy buildup. All right, we're gonna take. Oh, come on, Marquardt, stop hitting the button one extra time. I don't know if it's just like reacting slower than normal, and so I keep hitting it more. Or if I'm just tired and my brain is like, I don't know, 2, 3 times, maybe 4. Meh. And One Fine Day. Wait, who is the little girl in One Fine Day? I think it's May. What's her name? She's in the movie we were talking about last week. Scott Pilgrim versus the Universe. Whitman? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, Whitman. Okay. I think it's her, isn't it? Here's the thing. George Clooney looks like my dad. And I'm not bragging about my incredible genes. My dad has always reminded me of a weird combination of George Clooney and Michael Scott. If you melded them together into one human, that would be my dad. It is Mae Whitman. I was correct. Boom. She's adorable. Then and now. Can I hook you up with my dad? You're going to have to fight Patricia. And then maybe. I don't think he's reached quite that level of liberal yet. You know, I'm not saying never. But not anytime soon. He's also 78. So he's like George Clooney, but George Clooney at 78. So, you know, he's aging, and he's aging well, but he's getting to that point where it's like, oh, I can see it. There it is. For the longest time, he was just like, yeah, I'm in my 60s, and now I'm going to go cut down this tree and build a house. I mean, he doesn't build houses, but he could. He's extremely handy. I was very excited to see his, like, I don't know how I'd never seen his little garden thing. He's got this whole building that he built out of literally just, like, random window panes. Like, people were like, hey, I got this window that's, like, a wooden frame with 4 windows in it. You want it? And he was like, yeah. And then he pieced a bunch of those and some random boards together, and he turned it into a whole well-supported structure that houses plants. Oh, come on. Give me a piece put over here. Ugh. Oh, and now I'm going to ruin that. That's a bummer. I don't know how I'm going to get myself out of this. I think I'm going to have to really open up all of it. And I'm already at 89 lines. It's going to be going real fast here in just a minute. And I'm not going to be able to keep up. Ooh. Hassani, is it just the 2 of us now? Are we back down to just us? Who else is still here? Nobody chatting. Oh, talk to me, people. No, I'm kidding. This was good. This was a good night. I got multiple phone calls? I mean, come on. How can I complain? I won't. Ooh, and I have ice cream in the fridge. Freezer. I'm glad it's not in the fridge. That would be a bummer. Okay. I'm hanging in there. This is well, I'm not going to say promising yet because yeah, this is not going to happen. Oop, now it's definitely not going to happen. Boo. Nikki's doing her thing. And some other lurkers. It's okay. You don't have to be, like, actively engaged. Oh, mad about you? Shut up. I missed that comment, Hassani. Mad about you, like, that damn show, it was like, that's what I want. That, because it felt realistic, right? Their relationship was never perfect. But it was like, yes. In retrospect, I think if I watched it now, I would be like, I don't like the way that she talks to him. I think that she's a little too like forcing her stuff on him. Yeah. It's okay. But I was obsessed with that. I actually own at least the first season of Mad About You on DVD. Not that I have a DVD player anymore. But I got it on DVD because I wanted to be able to watch the episode that was their meeting story. Because I just loved it so much. And I was like, I want that. I want that. Like, I am her. I am that person who was just like, please, I deserve love, but I just don't know how to find it. And then it literally walks into my office. That's what I need, okay? So if anybody has anyone you want to set me up with, just send them into my office. And by into my office, I mean don't send them to my home because I will freak out if somebody tries to come in here. Probably in general, but particularly because of COVID. You know. I don't know. I really want this to be a good game. I feel like I'm getting to the end of my time playing tonight, and it's just not cooperating. Okay, Tetris. Also seems like there's something right over here that is like vibrating. I don't know what it is. Just like a little bit of a rattly noise, and I'm like, please don't. We've already been through how I am easily overstimulated orally. I don't need more things making noise. This is not going well. So many single lines. But where are the single ladies? Oy. Oh boy. This is my Tetris dance. Do I need to watch Snow Day? Is that like is it a really good one? Ooh, I want to watch Matilda. Okay. Mad About You story. Now I can't remember his name. Oh, that's disappointing. The guy who played his cousin. Remember his cousin character who was sort of like kind of a slob and a hot mess, but he was very lovable. He came into my Trader Joe's, and I was like, oh my god, that's totally him. But I couldn't remember his name, and I wasn't really positive because, you know, like multiple decades had passed, and he had different facial hair, and I was like, I don't know. And so I went home that night, and I Googled him, and sure enough, it was him. He's been on Broadway several times, and that. Like, he's a great actor. Sometimes they put really talented people in sitcoms, and it's exciting. And so I was like, oh, that is so cool. And then, like, 2 days later, he was back, and I was like, yes. And I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, excuse me, is your name, whatever his name was, which I now cannot recall, And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, Mad About You is probably the reason that I live in New York. And he goes, oh, it's my fault, huh? And I was like, 100%. and he laughed, and we kind of smiled, and then we walked our separate ways. And I was like, I love it when you get the opportunity for like a celebrity interaction. Oh, wow. What did I do? That was like a last minute. I changed my mind. And then, yeah, Cousin Ira, John Pinkow. Yes, thank you. Good Polish name. Single lines and single ladies. Yeah. I don't know what I was talking about again. Yeah, my brain is just not working this week because normally I've gotten a lot better at like going off on a tangent because of a comment and then trying to come back to it and it's just gone. It's exciting when you get a celebrity interaction and it goes nicely and it's not like weird or strange or any of that stuff. I had so one of my favorite all-time musicals is Waitress, and the gentleman who originated the role of Dr. Palmater on Broadway was a regular shopper at that same Trader Joe's. Has been streaming for 2 hours and 1 minute. I think that's definitely part of it. I'll wrap up here momentarily. We're down to the last few viewers anyway. I think we're all tired. We need a break. Yeah, he came to my register and it was like the most awkward small talk because I immediately was like, oh my gosh, I know you. And he was like, oh, we met. And I was like, you don't know me. I love that Cast album. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And it was and then it was like a bunch of us trying to talk about other musical theater actors who I don't know, and I don't know their careers, and and it was like, oh yeah, he's doing this thing, right? And I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just shut up. Just be a good Trader Joe's employee and talk about Trader Joe's products. That's what people want. Yeah, so it was real awkward. And then I never saw him again. I did see him again, but I didn't talk. He wasn't at my register. There wasn't like a smooth segue into talking to him again. Also, it was a very awkward conversation. So it was like, you can just forget that happened if you want. I'm okay with that. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. That cool butter? Oh, Trader Joe's. OMG, have you had this butter before? It's really good. It's like so good. It's like my favorite butter ever. Like some butters are okay. This butter is good. Truly, I would eat this butter on toast. Normally, I like my toast plain because I eat really good bread. Have you had that bread? It's the honey wheat. OMG. So good. Oh my gosh. I could eat that bread with nothing, and I do, except sometimes I put this butter on it because it's really good butter. Oh, cookie butter. Cookie, you're not supposed to eat cookie butter. That has carbs in it, Hassani. I know you're not trying to eat carbs. It's okay. You should eat carbs when you're like, I need them right now. It is delicious. They had a cookie butter and cocoa swirl because they have like their own brand of Nutella hazelnut spread or whatever it is. But they had a mix. It was like, you remember the, I say it like it's not around me, but they still make it. That peanut butter and jelly together in one jar, and it's like stripes of each. It was that exact thing, but it was cookie butter and cocoa spread mixed together. It was so good. It got discontinued. I don't know why. Nobody ever understands why things get discontinued. I do, because they just don't sell that well. And they're like, you know what? If we discontinue it, we can get this other thing, and maybe that will sell better. And ultimately, you want the things that will sell well because it means that they're good. And then there's more good things for you to buy. I think I might go to Trader Joe's actually very soon. I have not been in quite some time. Okay, I'm tired. This is going to be my last game, and I don't see this breaking any records because, number one, I'm very tired, but also, we're already at, 24 and, no, anywhere but there. Oh, that wasn't even a Tetris. Disappointing. Yeah, I think to be a record-breaking game, oh man, I could have had a Tetris right there and I screwed it up. Dope. I'm just hemorrhaging potential points on these tiny single lines. Okay, now I can get a Tetris, and if I can leave that spot open... Oh, come on! Alright. Von Tetris. Oh, look, another Tetris already, but these are really high. What? Who is that? That sounded like another character from what's his name, but I don't remember who. What it's from. Please, oh. Oh, yeah, no, cookie butter you can eat off the spoon. Actually, that's mostly what I do with it. I don't know what else I would put it on. All right, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I'm not gonna go to bed. I'm gonna put on a show or a movie. Maybe I'll pull up One Fine Day, or I'll watch Mad About You. Actually, yeah, I'm totally gonna watch that one. I need that. I need just like a nice little hug of a television film experience right now. Something comforting that I don't have to put a lot of thought or effort into, but that just feels good. So I'm gonna watch the episode of Mad About You where... Is her name Helen in the show? His name is Paul Buckley, and her name is it Helen also? Maybe it is. That's weird. Usually people don't like to have their characters have their same name. I guess it depends how close the character is to you. If it's like painfully close, but the storyline is like a little risque, and you're like, I don't know about this. What is this? Where is it? I don't know. Trying some crazy hair stuff. I'm excited. I think I like it. We'll see. Anyway. Oh, Jamie, thank you. Yes, I'm going to watch the episode where Paul and Jamie meet. I might watch The Truth About Cats and Dogs, because I don't know. I have watched One Fine Day in the last probably year, maybe 2 years. That is the one VHS that I completely wore out, and I had to get a new one, was One Fine Day. I don't know how that didn't happen with Jerry Maguire. I watched that movie so many times. I love a really well-made sports movie. And that one had sports and romance and Renee Zellweger and Jonathan Lipnicki, that friggin' adorable little boy. I have no idea what's happened to him, but I do know his name. Janine Garofalo, research time. I feel like Hassani, now research is always going to mean something very specific to you, and I'm uncomfortable. I'm never going to say the word research again in a live stream. It's probably not true. Yeah. Oh, now we got a couple more people. Hello, welcome. We're about to sign off and go to bed because it's late and my brain's broken. Hopefully next week I'll have somebody come and join me for a little bit of commentary for part of it. Maybe not for the whole thing. If you're not following me, follow me. You can go subscribe on my YouTube channel too, or follow me on other places. Find me on Instagram if you want to see a giant pile of puppies moaning. It's good therapy. Just put it on and let it just loop over and over again. You'll be like, good stuff. Sports management class in high school that was all about watching sports movies. That was the coach. The coach had to teach a real class. And he was like, I've got it. Sports in film. Sounds great. I'm into it. Yeah. That's all I got. I think I like my hair curly. There's enough commitment to the curl that it's like, I need to get the curly cut cuz the back of my head is pretty flat, I think. But that's okay. It's not layered enough on the back. An old lady. Aw. That's nice. All right. Well, I'm going to go to bed. I don't know who else is here, but Nikki, Hassani, lovely to see you as always. Thank you for your time, your commitment, your chat, your follow, your eventual sub, even though you won't be able to get one for free. My apologies. All right. I'll see you all next week, 7 p.m. Central-ish Monday night. And if you see that I'm live before then, it means that I'm testing out some music stuff. So join in if you want. And if you're like, I hate this, then just come back on Monday and I'll do this again. Great. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.